Hello everyone, my name is Oliver. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like update. You know that CBS had a big week. After Young and Restless was renewed for 4 more years, we learned that the network is making a new daytime drama centered around black people. They hope that this will erase memories of Winter's Wednesdays, when Genoa City's African-American characters finally got some screen time. We have a lot of faith in the people who work on the gates. Find out more about them here. At the very least, we're sure they'll air something more interesting than Young and Restless did the last few days. I'll fill in for Candy, who I think said she was going to spend her holiday trying on berets in a damp alley, by telling you what did and did not work for me. I agree that the show is more interesting when Jordan is on it. Does anyone? It would be great if daytime stars like Colleen Zenk were given more interesting scripts to work with. But at least she gets to chew scenery like it's an all-you-can-eat spread. And it's clear that the character is moving towards becoming a monster. How many older people do you know who would push a grown man into the path of rushing traffic? Rest in peace, Seth. We didn't know you very well. Jordan is good at many things, but she's also funny. She doesn't always mean to, but she does. This week, the crazy woman, who seems to have more hair on her than on RuPaul's Drag Race, spent so much time by a dumpster that I was surprised she didn't run into Oscar the Grouch. She stayed long enough to see that someone had thrown away a full petrol can, which was very handy. Also, it wasn't until then that Claire, who was feeling down, said that her aunt's favorite tool is fire. What a strange coincidence, eh? Ed. Note, I've been told that this is not the first time that it has been brought up. Thanks for telling me, everyone. It was all my fault. But just how were we supposed to feel about what Jordan did? We didn't think this B-player would live. And she burned down a house full of memories for Victoria's kids, but none of them were there to cry about it. Brian Gaskill may have said it best when he wrote on Instagram. So yeah, that happened. That, I like drunk Nikki better than desperately trying to stay sober Nikki, would have made me feel worse if Melody Thomas Scott hadn't said the same thing. But it's funny to see her snort drink in a way that makes me think of Dallas Sue Ellen Ewing doing the same thing when I was her age. That's why I never pour a glass of wine without first lustfully looking at it. What if I had liked the episode about Connor's OCD diagnosis not to have been written with as much care as a jackhammer? Yes, but I still think the show did a great job of dealing with a real problem. Bill Bell had to be smiling somewhere at the try, if not the finish. But I have one question. Aside from that, why did the conversation sound like it came straight from a Psych 101 book? Why did Billy show up to Connor's therapy session? He's been seeing Chelsea, the woman who raped him, for a short time now. It's great that he wants to support the child, but wouldn't he know that the child would feel safer with just his parents around? I mean, really, this is Billy that we are talking about. Lint in my belly makes more sense going over Christine/Danny/Phyllis again has never made sense, and it gets worse all the time. Who can really root for Danny when he says that his ambivalence is because his ex-girlfriends are too focused on their rivalry? Also, Phyllis hasn't shown any interest in this guy for decades, so why on God's green earth is she throwing herself at him now? It makes her look really needy or really crazy. Nope. What do you mean by worst? Phyllis is promising to stay with Christine because Danny picked her. How amazing it is that Phyllis has grown so much. Just bring Ronan back already. Abby got to make fun of Phyllis, who was determined for some reason to have Danny cook for her at society instead of her house. That was the only good thing about this embarrassing plot. Because Melissa Ordway is so good at teasing, I really hope Abby grows to love throwing zingers. I'm not sure what the big deal is with Ashley having 2 different personalities. The person she looks like has it going on. She's going after what she wants, Tucker. Doesn't care about the competition, Audra, and is generally the life of the party. Why would anyone ever want to trade her back for the real deal? That person has been picking fights like it's the fastest way to become CEO for the past few years. We all know that being a character on this show is the fastest way to do that. Esther is almost certainly about to be moved from CW secretary to executive vice president in charge of coffee runs and feather dusters. When we talk about powerful people in business, Chance became much more interesting after taking off his suit and making out with Summer. Connor Floyd and Allison Lanier get along great, and I wish there was more between them. I didn't just want more French fries, even though that was a hot topic. Damn, I want French fries now. I love having Veronica Red play Memmy again. I hate having to listen to her talk about Chancellor Winters breaking up while lying like it hasn't happened. And, Zez, that's not a business story. It's a business inane story. Do it. Stop. And while we all, think Michelle Morgan should be used when she's available, her return is pointless if Amanda is told right away to jump into this plan that will never go anywhere. Diane did the right thing by not telling Jack off for leaving Mickey drinking mineral water instead of vodka. But this ongoing plan makes both of the ex-spouses look like idiots. Jack should not ask the woman he married twice to watch TV while he takes care of the woman he says is the love of his life. Because Nikki's stores are full of cash, she has no reason to put him in this situation. The money she has is so big that she could buy herself a whole center instead of just going to rehab. Also, I know what's wrong with Tucker now. He is not passive-aggressive. He is quiet. He talks and plans about doing things, but never does anything. It's hard for me to worry about what's going on with him when nothing seems to happen to him or around him. Asterisk, I know that AA is anonymous, but wouldn't someone at one of Nikki's meetings know that she used to be a famous stripper and now runs a business? She also ran for office, and when she was weak, sold a tabloid story about kidnapping and death threats against Jordan. Finally, nope, young and restless. I don't care if Tyraya moves into a new home or stays in the one they have now, since they are living rent-free on the Yellowstone and are related to half the millionaires in town. Someone whose family isn't in the Forbes 500 needs to be in a few of your stories so that real people can relate to them. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my Isa Media to our channel and stay with us.